completely. That was an interesting challenge, you know. And also of this feeling that my face is my medium of operation. Suddenly I didn't have my face. Who was I? What was I? You know, as a human being, as an actor, as a woman. I mean, you know, it completely destabilized me. But at the same time, I'll never forget that first day of shooting. Although I was freaked out and thought I'll make a mistake and they'll fire me immediately and what am I gonna do? And you know, we had the cameraman, John Flynn, who is like this American cowboy, and he you know, I mean, how people speak in America. I mean, he doesn't articulate his words. I couldn't understand what he wanted. I was constantly saying, what, I didn't understand. Oh my God, I thought I was doomed, you know? And you know, fear is very bad for anything, for life and for acting, anything. You can't do anything. And fear is the main enemy in everything that you want to do, right? But putting all that aside, when the director said action, and when the dolly guy started moving, and when the gaffer started to, you know, put the lights on, and so on and so forth, I was at home again, you know. I knew these people. I mean, I could cry. Maybe I will. It's just, you know, I was in my element. I knew who these people were, and they knew me, and I was at home on that set. And that was priceless, absolutely priceless. I came home, you know, through being an actor again. So you know, I'm eternally grateful for that. And then, you know, nothing ever is solved. You know that probably, because you have been living. You know, things are never solved. You never, or maybe they are, I don't know, for Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise, I don't know. I don't have that experience, but you know, the struggle continues constantly, you know, and so, you know, you go through bad experience on jobs, you feel bad, you feel insecure, you don't know who you are. You know, you repeat those scenarios again and again, over and over, as we do in life, we do it in our professional lives. But that initial coming home to my own profession, you know, and to these people that are my family, my film family, you know, that was incredibly valuable to me at that particular time when I needed it the most.
So I'm a huge fan of Delenn because she's so multi-layered and really complicated character, and that is quite rare for a female character. So she's secretive and soft and ethereal and still incredibly powerful and so on. And I find all the contradictory things she feels and does, and also her relationships to others, quite fascinating. And her relationship with Lennier is by far my favorite relationship in Babylon 5, and it feels so real in a way rarely any fictional relationship does for me. So their deep friendship and love, and in which form this love is up to interpretation, and yet the tragic and complicatedness. And I found that beautiful and even helping for me. So I want to ask, how was the Delenn and Lennier relationship developed, also from your side, all the face touching and stuff?
Face touching?
when I remember right, she's touching his cheek all the time, and it's kind of strange but cool. Not in a negative way. Sorry.
Interesting. The thing that I remember about that relationship is that when Joe Straczynski wrote the last episode for Lennier, you know, I remember that Bill Mumy was very, very upset because he showed a completely different side, like this revengeful side, kind of, you know, hurt and revengeful and almost hateful. So there was a betrayal and treason of some kind because of unrequited love from Delenn's side, Delenn's part, I mean. So yeah, that's what I remember. But I mean, you know, what I can tell you is more to the point of, you know, I became friends with Billy, and we stayed friends to this day, and so it was very, very pleasant to work with him. You know, I can tell you these things, so not so much about the character development, but that's what I remember, that he was upset. You know, it's somehow he felt that it wasn't in his character, you know, that he should have stayed in this noble character to the end, you know, and somehow at the very end there was this switch, this twist that bothered him. But I mean, that's what happens, you know, when you work on such on a character for such a long time. There are all these twists and turns that you have to go along with and kind of accept them. And go with the flow, you know, and find the truth in a completely unexpected developments of your characters, right? Did I answer your question? Not really. I mean, what I want to say, no, but I mean, you said many, many things. You actually wrote a mini essay about female characters on you know, as represented on screens. And I cannot agree more with you when you said that Delenn was a rare character because she was so layered. She was gentle and kind and you know, vulnerable, and but at the same time strong and powerful. That combination is very hard to find, because when you have female characters that are strong and powerful, they very often become, you know, how would I say that? Aggressive. They become, you know, I'll use that word, bitchy, right? Right? You know, you don't feel for them. They what we despise, you know, in this stereotypical, I have to say, male patriarchal, you know, behavior, it's just transferred to female characters, right? And no, that's not the solution, right? We want empathy and gentleness and kindness in all humans, male and female, right? So and really, Delenn was one of those interesting characters who had, you know, who somehow crossed over, you know, all these divisions that we see in stereotypical male and female characters, right? So yes, yeah, I agree with what you say. Team Lennier. I mean, you know, it's. I'll tell my friend Billy that I met somebody who had this T-shirt.
Thank you very much.
What?
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. No, and that was also beautiful. You know, Delenn had this love relationship with Sheridan, but she also had this gentle, amicable, you know, friendship with Lennier, you know, that Lennier, unknown to us, I mean, we didn't expect that, development, which he misunderstood as love, right? But so many nuances, so many little things that happen, which is wonderful, wonderful to act, and one time probably wonderful to watch. So yes, I appreciate it, and I'm so grateful that you are so young. You were not even born when we showed the pilot.
The show is older than I am.
It's incredible. May I ask you, who made you watch it? Who? Your parents?
No, myself. I was watching Star Trek, and then I had heard about the show, and it was playing right after the show I was watching, and I thought, I will have to try, and then I really liked it.
That's so nice.